Hey guys, welcome back to RIPP Superchargers. I'm standing in front of a 2012 3.6 liter Charger. The Charger has now been RIPP Supercharged. You've seen this car previously, naturally aspirated, run on a dyno, making about 260 to 270 horsepower at the rear wheels. That's what we're testing here. It's important you to remember, because we see the quotes and we see the people who are saying, little comments here and there, how can they be making so little horsepower? We are testing horsepower at the rear wheel. The manufacturer will often display a larger number, and that larger number is at the crank, at the engine by itself, before the transmission, before everything that really runs the vehicle. So what we're displaying here is the actual horsepower you're driving. So you're driving around 268 horsepower. Some of you have them modified, and we've seen naturally aspirated cars make a little bit more, but the vehicles that we've had in our shop have about 260 to 270 horsepower. Now, you've seen us just run a Challenger 3.6 liter with about 420 to 430 horsepower at the rear wheel, which is a sizable gain and very comparable, in loose terms, to a V8 or a Hemi power vehicle. Now, because we've done it before on this, we wanted to show you an after, and so that's what we're here to do. That's what these videos are about. We're going to show you how this vehicle has now gained some horsepower over what it previously had. So if you don't mind, I'm going to turn on some fans, we're going to make some noise, and then we'll talk about it. Zing, zing. That's it. Okay, let's see what you came up with. All right, 420 horsepower, which is exactly what we expected. So the fantastic thing about this number is this vehicle here is not running a catback exhaust system, and the customer also wanted it very quiet, so we actually added a second set of resonators. So we could show that this vehicle may be losing some horsepower to the exhaust system, which is fine. This is completely acceptable stuff here, okay? But they are sensitive to it. So if you have some restrictions in your exhaust system, but don't let that bother you. If you're looking for a quiet car and you don't want one that's raspy, these can get sort of raspy sounding, just go for what you want. The extra 30 horsepower is not going to make or break any races. You are making double the horsepower from before. If you are critical to looking for that exact number at 440 or 445, please go ahead and do what you want on the exhaust size. They are somewhat sensitive to it. Nonetheless, this vehicle made 260 horsepower prior. It is now making 420. It is making just under 380 pounds of torque as well, which is very sizable torque as well. So another vehicle that has successfully come in with a before and after, proving that the RIPP Supercharger will give you Hemi power in one mod. Thanks for stopping by.